just starts staring off into space. The bottom left of the map here on Frost Ladder Edition. It is our blue Protoss player taking the first game pretty handily. GoGoGo.
At the top right, Frost Ladder Edition. Losing the first game, Mass Reapers. Not two Mass Reapers, but with Mass Reapers. It is our Green Terran player, CD's Printf. Usual banter. I think they're sacrificing some moves here, but
they're not gonna miss anything. They know exactly when to stop talking. They're diamond. They know what they're doing when they're doing this anyway.
And they're cross spawn too, so it's not like they're looks like GoGoGo is headed in the right direction already, right off the bat. There's that 12 gas.
Yeah, and I don't think we're going to see anything different here. This is actually just it's a decent map for Reapers. You got two locations that you can really enter in on, which is going to be slightly left of the ramp and then to the right of it. And it could be a little bit difficult to spread out across that, but I don't think we should expect GoGo to try anything different here. He might actually just straight 4-gate build a bunch of Stalkers. It's a very effective move.
He did drop 2 gases though. Do you think he's going for a blink?
That's possible. I mean, usually when you get the 2 gases this early, it's really only indicative of 2 things, and that's going to be Oracle or DT. You can do a couple other weird things with it, like really fast. Well, okay, no, he's putting 2 in each. Yeah, that's a Stalker opening. Never mind. Get everything I just said. That's a Stalker opening. There's nothing else you can. There's nothing else you really do with that. It gives you just enough gas to get 3 Stalkers up pretty quickly.
Gonna sacrifice the mothership core in that case, isn't he?
He doesn't have to. You just you can get them slightly later, or get 2 in the mothership core. The original version of the build, which I think was in Wings of Liberty, is for getting 3 out really quickly. But it doesn't actually matter in this case. The point, though, is that you this is really, really good, and you can see the first things to start coming out is chrono boosting it. This is really good for dealing with Reapers, just because you're going to have the Stalker elbow when the first Reaper shows up on this map. Speaking of which, nice scout.
Oh.
Picks up on the exact location of the probe, but almost ignores it. Nice eye watching that.
And done.
So this is pretty rough for GoGo. If this does turn into another Master Reaper game, which it probably will, because reactors are being built on this. The cat detected, just kidding.
Rat hack detected.
Yeah. Whoa, stutter. Haven't seen that happen around a mothership core coming out in a while. But yeah, this is rough though, because he doesn't have anything out on the map to warp in units to harass Printf while he's being attacked, and he can't really leave with these Stalkers. He doesn't want to get stuck out in the middle of the map with 4 or 5 Reapers out there. So he's going to have to move with everything or stay home. And you see that's exactly what he's doing. So
Printf.
Hopefully you aren't 4-gating. You can't hold that off.
As the Twilight Council goes down, and the Warp Attack is being chrono boosted.
Oh, he's chrono boosting that with Twilight? Yeah, that's either going to be DTs or Blink. Blink makes more sense knowing that his opponent goes for Reapers though.
Printf still hasn't found... Well, he has checked both. He does know where his opponent is now.
Yeah, he's checked everywhere.
So we've got 5 Reapers on the map right now. Converging in the middle around the Zelnog. And Blink is on the way. So, plenty of Stalkers in the mothership core here. I don't honestly think this will do much.
Correctly, no. He's going to lose the 2. It would have been better if he could have gotten out with all of them. But
that Stalker only lost shields.
yeah, this build pretty directly hard counters the initial push of the Reapers, but Stalkers as they build in numbers don't necessarily scale that way against Reapers. It depends a little bit on positioning, as we saw with the Heavy Rain game. If the Reapers can engage in the right spot, they basically have constant blink versus the staggered blink of the Stalkers, but obviously they're caught in the open, then they will not do very well in that fight. But here's the funny thing about this position for a Protoss, is you get a lot of the Stalkers to deal with Mass Reapers, but you don't know if the Terran is going to transition out of this at any time. And it's very difficult to get your eyes on that location when you're constantly pumping out Stalkers like this. So he's gonna looks like he's gonna try and defensively obtain a Nexus.
May not have a chance. This probe is going to get murdered.
And then he's gonna run away. And this is all he needs to do, because he's already built up a planetary fortress back home. And if he can keep delaying that, he's just gonna have too much stuff versus everything that GoGoGo can make.
The thing here, too, though, is once GoGoGo decides to get aggressive and notices Printf is out of the map, he has a proxy over here, right under Printf's expansion.
He was able to sneak that out.
All these Reapers watching this mothership core float across the map can do nothing to stop it.
No. There's a missile turret that's going up in natural. That should actually be there by the time the mothership core shows up. There's one in the main as well, so he should be fairly well protected against that, as well as any attempted DT play. He just holds that off fairly well. But anyway, yeah, missiles going off from there. He's able to poke at the planetary without, much effect. Printf's like, ha, predicted.
19 Reapers.
Oh, bird. Anyway, 19 Reapers versus the Stalker Ball, which has now reached 16. I'd still get the advantage of the Protoss here in this situation, especially given positioning here. Just very, very nice on the high ground.
Blink is now complete too, so...
Oh, but GoGoGo isn't paying attention!
Wake up! Oh!
He's gonna blink down to the low ground.
Come off.
And they're just gonna walk around and leave. Reapers, folks! Oh, the blink. These 4 Reapers are like, hey, guys? Okay.
Goes from 19 to 11 Reaper count. And this mothership core is still poking away at this planetary fortress.
I should be really amazed if he was able to do much. Well, he's making him waste a lot of money.
The SCV is kind of...
However, that's not as relevant as something else that's happening. Up there.
Uh-oh.
We've got the ninja expansion. This is a true ninja expansion, not a zombie expansion. This will actually be deadly, if it's allowed to survive long enough. So as the Stalkers continue to get upgrades, they get very, very, very powerful against this. Likewise do the Reapers. The Reapers actually get a pretty dramatic percentage increase in damage from one upgrade. It's like 25%. So their overall damage against Stalkers is really, really good. That's actually something that killed GoGoGo in that Heavy Rain game when they played the first time.
There were just so many Reapers.
So many Reapers, they had a lot of upgrades, and they had a really good positioning.
Sacrificial Stalker gonna see all of these Reapers.
He's also gonna see the +1. Notice that they're not quite able to... Whoa!
Blinking!
Doing a lot of damage.
Reaper count reduced to 9.
So unfortunately for Printf, he's just having his forces constantly picked away at here, and I think once the actual engagement starts here, it's just not going to have enough to deal with this. The planetary fortress is going to help out a lot, though. He can secure this location against the Stalkers pretty well.
He keeps losing these Reapers, though. He just walks them right into the army.
They're now completely away from home, and there's a lot of Reapers actually running toward the Protoss base, so it looks like we're going to have something a little bit base racy going on here.
Two Widow Mines on the way, not going to be finished in time, I don't think, for the
push. He's got a pull against this right away. Yeah, there we go. More than enough repair. The planetary fortress wins this fight, by the way, pretty handily. So he's going to keep fighting against this. Going to try and kill every Reaper that comes out, but in the meantime, yeah, he's being forced to pull back, and hello, Printf is now in his base. This is a little frustrating because the targeting of the Reapers now means you have to manually target the probes with that thing in play. So I can't blame him for running away in this situation. It looks like GoGo is going to go in for another attack. He's considering it. All the SCVs are he's ready. Printf is ready. Oh, why is he running them all the way out?
GoGoGo is now supplied locked though, after that pylon went down.
And he's ignoring the planetary fortress and going straight to the main base. Looks like he's going to go for the production. This is a nice choice on his part.
Printf is too far out to do anything about this.
He's going to go straight back into the main base, though. And that photon overcharge should be ending any moment now.
Yep, there it goes.
He has to accomplish something like this.
He can't just stand there.
He can't. He has to do something similar to what his opponent has done in this situation.
Clock is ticking.
But he's driven the workers out of one base. This is important.
SCVs are being
another
pulled.
photon charge. And let's see how many more probes he can take down. He's got only enough to two-shot probes now, unfortunately, even with the upgrade. And there's too many stalkers there now. He's going to lose that remaining force. And while he's not able to completely finish off Printf, I think GoGo has secured a pretty nice position for himself, barring the overall drop in workers. Gotta remember, Printf still has this base in the top left, and he can still mine from there pretty well. Unfortunately, GoGo can pretty much keep this up forever and actually start with phenomenal. Not at 1,350, but
just too little DPS for that planetary to go down.
no, still needs more stalkers. 3 Reapers randomly hanging out at the front of the base here for Printf.
Another expansion to the bottom. He's actually moved all of his barracks. He's rebuilding the whole production line down there.
Which makes sense. I mean, he still has a ton of money. He can get out another force of Reapers pretty easily here with this.
Not to mention mules.
He is really supply blocked, though. And in fact, if GoGo were actually to go up here and kill these final 4 supply depots, yeah. Oh, he's found the production structures. Well, okay. This is going to be a little difficult to deal with. Printf's going to try and lift off and run away.
Stalker's scouting for the expansion up here. Good read, actually.
You can see why Terran hate Blink, says Printf. Well, your brand of Terran. You should. Yes. Other brands of Terran do too, but for different reasons.
Into expansion under fire. These barracks are running for their lives. These SCVs are out healing that one stalker there.
Attack detector returning his opponent's joke. And with both of these expansions discovered, pretty much the only secure location left, which is now building barracks at, is the natural. Unfortunately, the natural may not have enough workers at it anymore to actually properly repair against all of these stalkers should they come back. I'm gonna land all of these barracks over here and just say GG, just acknowledge the fact that it's kind of over.
Empire burns to the ground.